guys.
What's up, y'all? Okay, all right. We have a requested video that we're gonna do, and it is called How We Met. Disclaimer: in my last video, I didn't really I wasn't following how I was playing on my words, how I was talking, because I was just trying to throw out a little. I don't know how to throw out, but I was just like talking.
You were rambling.
Yeah. Anyway, I talked about my guy Sims and my guy Jones, right? Yeah, I never elaborated on how the story went into play, but Sims is my guy and Jones is one of my best guys. I mean, when we first met each other, it was all hostile, and then we fucking grew up, and then after some of my guys.
Yeah, but he's rambling again. Anyways, but
no, you didn't let me. No, I wasn't rambling. No, after some of my actual guys got their shit rocked, all the respect came out. Cause animosity was gone and all of that. And but yeah, Sims is my guy. Sorry about the confusion. And I don't even think my guy Jones in Germany, I don't even think he fucking watches this shit. But if he does, he already know what it is. Good luck to the baby. But now for the video, How We Met, an amazing story. So. How we gonna?
Okay.
You know what? I just start. You know what I mean?
You'll start.
So I'm in AIT doing as I does, and I don't even know who she is. Okay, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care to know. I don't know because everybody's like, oh, you know this girl, Lewis? Yo, she's wildfire. So like, I'm like, why you got this on me like that?
I knew who he was.
No, you did not. You're a liar. You just not said you didn't know. You said like for the longest. I don't know who you were.
Well, I knew who you because you were the blackest person in the room.
No, I was not. Fort Sill and Leonardwood had me friggity fried, roasted. So anyway, she didn't know who I was. Anyway, this story could go many, many ways, and it's hard to tell it because she don't know the real story. All right. So I'm by myself doing what I does, and there was like 5 people that was like on her body hard, and then I was to myself. I was with me and my other guy, and he was like, "Yo, we about to run wild. We about to run this shit." And us Sill boys walked in there like we wanted. We was the head honchos. Everybody had their own egos, so there was a lot of actual head honchos in our AIT. We already explained to y'all what AIT is. So, off the rip, I had acquired a time waster, time filler. Just
his little girlfriend,
a person you're around. It's not a girlfriend.
It was his little girlfriend. Literally, they were in love. Y'all were in love.
I was just
You were about to move to Louisiana. Where's she from?
Negative. But see, she just says this because I don't even know why she said that, but I was just around a person that I was just chilling with, and everybody, my other guy had a time consumer, and then another one of my guys had a time. Well, honestly. So yeah, so she was with some dude, had her attention, right? And they was always, huh?
The Russian?
Yeah, they was always together, right? So I didn't really care about, her. I didn't really know her.
Let me put this in. So, like in AIT, I was like coming into the military, I did not like chocolate. It wasn't my favorite. Like it wasn't. I like white boys. And so I was hooked on this Russian I met, like this Russian kid. And so, that's why I didn't really notice him at all, except he was loud.
No, I was not. You know what? Nah, we have actual people who are watching this. Was I loud? Because I was never loud, ever. The only time I got loud was when beef popped off, or when I was defending any one of my brodies. So that was the only time I got, and not even loud, that was the only time I got verbal. Because people didn't even know who the fuck I was.
He just was known by the one who asked.
Anyway, I asked a lot of questions in training because a lot of stuff they said vaguely, so I needed to know what was going on. You know what I mean? Anyway, so she had her actual boyfriend, and I was just chilling. So then, it's a very, very gray area on this particular part, right? But
because we're in AIT for 6 weeks.
We actually spoke 3 times, but we can never get that in order. One time we spoke, this is all out of order. One time we spoke, I was with my guy walking through the PX. It's like a mall, military mall. And she was walking, she had already walked out of the store with boots. And the person I was with, she knew. So she bypassed me. Didn't even look at me. Like I was a whole bird. So she was looking at the person next to me. And they were like, he was like, what boots did you get? She was like, I got Bellevue's. I was like, no. Negative, wrong story. She was like, why? I was like, because the way we're going, I already heard that Bellevue's aren't good for airborne when jumping out of planes. So she was like, really? That's the only, she shifted her head to me. Really? I was like, yeah. She was like, so which one should I get? I was like, I heard Rockies are good for airborne because of the support cushion and everything, but they were expensive. So she was like, all right. So she literally took my word, turned her ass around, walked back in the boot store, returned the Bellevue's, got the Rockies. I'm like, all right.
Because he sounded like he really knew his stuff.
Nah, I knew my shit.
So I was like, you know what? All right. And then you ended up going in the same store, didn't you?
Yeah, because I was with Opie.
Yeah.
I think I was with Opie. Opie's my best friend. And so is Wasim. Just so Wasim don't get all angry and shit. But Wasim is like my...
Yeah, so I tried on the Rockies. I fell in love with them. And then he made fun of me after that for wearing them.
I didn't make fun of... she's forgetting to tell you guys that in her head, she was like, why is this guy still here? Like,
oh, yeah. In my head, I was like...
I'm trying to help you out.
I was in the... Like, I was trying on the boots. And I was like, why is he still here? Like, you...
Mind you, I'm in the same store waiting for my bro.
But you were sitting like... Where... I mean... Those were the only chairs.
Exactly. We were the only chairs in the store. Like,
it's awkward because, like, it was awkward because we didn't talk at all. So he was just sitting there, you know, chilling on his phone. And then I was like...
Because I was chilling on my phone.
That's weird.
Anyway, we got to get to the juicy section, right? Because there's a lot of scattered parts, right? Then there's another part where, for some odd reason, she doesn't remember this. She was getting very... very close to me, as in close, right? So let's say it was not footsies, but it was like bodies, right? Because like, you know, okay, let me explain that better. The other time was when, you know, the water runneth over and the boys was tired of it, and you know, we needed to let the head gaskets roll, and she was about to go down. So I was getting amped, right? I was getting amped because I'm like, hell yeah, I've been waiting for this all AIT. The person who I was supposed to rumble with didn't even look at me. So I never ended up getting to do anything. But, you know, a couple of my bros...
You're talking about fighting?
Yes. A couple of my bros actually did. And that was why I was pacing back and forth down. Because I'm like, yeah, let's go. But it never happened.
No, I was in there.
So I'm pacing back and forth.
Like a weirdo.
She's watching a movie just staring at me.
Everyone's watching a movie in this room, okay?
No one was saying nothing to me.
He's in the room walking back and forth, looking like an anxious motherfucker. Just walking back and forth. I'm like, are you okay?
So she looks up, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to rumble. So she was like, I forgot what she said after that, but it was more of like, just checking if you're okay. Like...
Because it was weird. I was like...
Anyway, that was one of the third. And then the last one was... I'm chilling with a friend of mine, right? And she just pops in the motherfucking conversation. Like, she just... Sloop, like, literally sits between me and the other female. And we're talking.
His second girlfriend.
Oh, my God. We were just friends.
His second girlfriend.
And she was, like, just started talking to me. So I'm like, all right, after that, you know... like we were playing, like I would hit her and she would hit me and like little kid shit, but she doesn't remember that at all. To a point where I said something and I was like, well, do it. And then she got like this close to me, and I was like, does she want me to kiss her? Because I
don't remember that at
really
all. So,
but then she remembers an incident where she wanted me to kiss her at a vending machine, and I don't remember that. So She was talking about somebody else.
You were talking about that. You were probably doing that with your second girlfriend.
I only did that with you because I ain't want to touch nobody else without witnesses around. You were the only person that I would like hit. Anyway, so coming to a part where we started to come together was after, let's put the last one in the third slot. After so she says, I'm sorry for the back and forth. She says, something, you should text me, but you're of the few people that don't have my number. You should get it.
Because we were talking about something, and then I was like...
Obviously, I don't have your number because I don't want you.
Shut the fuck up. You're such a liar.
Like,
but then after I said that, he tried so hard to get my number after...
she loves to put out of proportion.
You tried.
This is what happened. So after that, I was like, in my head, nah. But then I was like, you know what? All right. First attempt. I go to get her number. The whole motherfucking platoon was around. So I said, skirt, I'll try again. Second attempt, I was in the computer room doing my own thing. And she came in and I was like, all right, let me get your number. And then she tried to write it and then we got called out. And then, that was that. Brief disclaimer before I get to the third one. We were also in a training activity and she wrote in my book, Rookwood likes boys. So I'm thinking in code. No, is that what you wrote?
Mm-hmm.
Rookwood likes boys?
Yeah.
No, you didn't write that. You wrote something else.
I said Rookwood likes boys.
I carry that book with me every day, by the way. She said, all right, focus there. She said, I like boys, Rookwood. So I'm like, no. I'm reading this and I'm like, I like boys, Rookwood. I think it's code for I like you and you're a boy. But I'm gonna run it different and like try and because she didn't say, hey, look, Opie, or hey, look, Jones, or hey, who else was around me that day? Or hey, look, Lusk, Rookwood said he likes boys. It was like she just wrote it low key and then slid it back in my shit. You know what I mean?
Because I tried to make it look like he wrote it himself.
My handwriting is all over the book.
Okay, but
that
was like my plan.
Anyway, so she was feeling your boy on the low, sweating me hard body, wild physical in the frame. So
I really didn't like him.
So the third, what was I saying? So the third attempt to get the number, she all of a sudden was sitting with this frail body motherfucker, like frail, wild, wimp physical in the frame. So I was like, I told her these exact words verbatim. Do not break that little boy's heart.
He was a little boy. He looked 12, but he was so...
I call him Bambi because he ran like he's about to snap his knees straight out of newborn birth from a deer. Anyway, so she gives me the number, right? And she says, and I told her straight up, do not be one of those people that I hit you up and you don't reply. You got 3 chances.
He did tell me that.
You have 3 chances to not reply on 3 occasions. And I told her, right? She got to 2 strikes and it never happened again. So she was feeling your boy hard because she could have went to them 3 strikes and never, ever get up. Like she couldn't, I don't care. All right. So I get the number, right? I hit you up that night, right?
I think so.
Hit her up that night on FaceTime.
I remember he texted me. He said, FT me, like FaceTime me, like, I had no idea what that meant.
She never FaceTimed anybody before.
I FaceTime people, but no one, like, I never talked to someone who said FT me.
Anyway.
I was like, what?
So, we start texting, right? I think I FaceTimed you the night, but we were texting, right? So, I'm like, all right, cool. She's a cool person. She's cool and all that, whatever. So I FaceTime her and she is active. Like we're talking. It's not like it was kind of like boring. Like we're talking, right? So this turns into every day, she's FaceTiming.
I remember my roommate, Jenkins, like my homegirl in freaking in AIT.
She didn't believe in me at first, so me and Jenkins got
I always like Jenkins would be like, oh, who you talking to, Rookwood? I'll be like, Yeah, he called me again, like trying to
called
play
me
it
again.
off, cause that's when I was starting to catch like something for him.
She was feeling your boy hard.
Okay, there I was feeling you, not hard.
She was always feeling your boy.
No, that's not true.
Get up off me. Anyway, so we time go. So this is honestly like 2 weeks before we gotta leave AIT, right? So she's to skip a little, we're talking whatever, and now all of a sudden, homeboy she was killing with before, like killed it, I guess, because he said some wild shit, and she was like, not with that. So he bounced on old boy, right? Now she's on new young Bambi, right? And mind you, she's a baby, and he's even more baby. So she catches feelings for little home. Oh, he's my husband.
Okay,
he's my husband.
I made fun. Okay, we were in AIT, and I would be like, "Oh, that's my husband," like just as playing, cause like I'm gonna take his
homeboy caught feelings quicker than fucking heat fire on dry wood. Okay, he caught feelings crazy.
And the funny thing, but sad thing is, like people told him like, don't talk to her because she looks like she'll break your heart.
Anyway, homeboy didn't know the game. I mean, it was a frail, low boy.
Or don't talk to Lewis.
He didn't know the game.
I said Rookwood.
I mean, if somebody told me, she finna break your heart, nah, then the game got amped to 9. Nah, because ain't nobody finna play me. And that's exactly what I'm getting to, y'all. Yo. Alright, so I was like, I'm forgetting the little in-betweens, but I was like, me and Opie are going to the, we're going to get our haircut, and do you want to? I asked her on like a little date, but she was coming with me and Opie and Lusk that was with us, and so she was like, all right, so she comes with us.
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings that day, didn't we?
Yes, I'm getting there. So she comes with us, and your boy's hair was looking wild physical, all right, and this Spanish barber hooked me up, so I'm looking good. Opie's in the chair, so I was like, I think she or I said, let's get some ice cream. So this was now technically our first date. We got a little ice cream. We were talking personal.
Oh, that's when we were like alone with each other finally.
Yes, that's our first date that you didn't remember the other day.
No?
Yes, it is.
I remember that date. I just said it wasn't like the...
Yes, it was our first.
But like...
Yes, it was our first.
Okay, anyway.
Thank you. So... we eat some ice cream, talk to each other. Why'd you join? Was that answer absolutely changed as soon as we got in? We get some ice cream, and then we chilling, and she wanted me to kiss her hard that time. I was trying to get to know her. She wanted me to get wild physical.
Oh,
so,
God.
And I did it because I'm a respectable young man. And we go back in the barbershop. We go back in the barbershop, and we don't have a ride. So we're figuring, let's just walk to food. It takes us like 45.
Because Opie said, it's a 5-minute walk.
Do not believe this man. He's heavy in
the
fitness.
It was an hour and like 30 minutes.
He's heavy in the fitness. It's like, okay.
He said, it's 5 minutes to walk.
So,
like, okay for you.
So, we walked to Buffalo Wild Wings, which takes about an hour. We eat. She sits next to me. Honestly, because I wasn't sitting next to Opie nor Lusk. Me and Opie knew. So, I already talked to...
The funny thing is, Lusk had a thing for me too, but he wouldn't admit it to everyone. Like, he would only, do it towards me, and then when someone would say something, because he'd get, if he heard Rookwood or something, he'd get super jealous, like...
Yo, I'm sorry. I don't care who watches this. Hey...
I had screenshots.
What?
I had screenshots, so I was
just like my man Sims went after for what he wanted. Exactly, and that's his wife and a baby on the way. You feel me? Pound that, my. Well, I'm not supposed to say that. If you watch this, I want you to pound exactly that, okay? Because I went after what I wanted, and there's a baby in there, and that's my wife. Thank you. Back to the story. So. Hey, it's true. If you playing games or somebody about to sweep in or real about to come in and whoop 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 whoop, and it's snap. Always shoot your shot because I got the J, boy.
Okay, but I remember being at Buffalo Wild Wings because I was watching him buy nothing but shoes on his phone. He's like, oh, look at this shoe. He's like, oh, I got my plug. He's like, I can get it from this this female. I can get it from this male. I got all these plugs. I'm just sitting there like.
And I copped sneakers that day at the dinner table.
So many.
At the dinner table.
And
anyway.
That wasn't that Buffalo Wild Wings thing wasn't part of like a little date. Because I paid for my own food.
She was taking pictures on my Snapchat. With us and heart faces. And I don't take pictures like that. So this is a girl I'm low-key starting to feel. And then she trying to take pictures and be all cute and shit. So, you know, I just had to throw on a smirk. And I was burnt to a crisp.
So he blended in with the chair behind him.
So
well,
we, you know.
I'll put that picture like right here somewhere so you guys can see.
So we eat the dinner, right? We go on that day and I text her that night and I was like, yo, we should go out again tomorrow because tomorrow's our last day for the weekend to just chill. She says, yeah. Mind you, she has other ulterior plans set up because she set up plans with Bambi.
Okay, because
or Bambi got wild crybaby and was like, oh God, I want to show it.
So I was supposed to be, I promised Bambi that I would hang out with him because I promised him like from weeks before. And then also I wanted to tell him like, you know, I kind of like someone else now. I don't want to.
She couldn't man up and say, yo, I got somebody else, baby. It's not you.
But he ended up literally crying in my arms because I was telling him that, you know, we should wait and stuff.
Frail
like that.
in the frame.
Like, I felt so bad, so I was like, you know, I'll still hang out with
her. So she lies to me. Well, all she got to do is tell me I got plans. I'd have been like, still would have took not no for an answer and would have finessed it.
I told him that I would have.
But she said, oh, I'm going out with the girls. So me and Opie is waiting in a taxi like, yo, is she coming? I'm like, yeah, she on her way. So then she said, I'll meet you there. Her girls walked in a different direction. All I see is her behind go somewhere in the other direction with Bambi. So I'm like, copy, noted.
So
we gonna get to that. I'm a Brooklyn kid, you know what I mean? So when situations go awry, left field.
That was the day you stalked me.
So, no, it's not. No, I didn't stalk you that day. Oh yeah. So me and Opie go to the gym. We do our thing.
He's asking.
We go to the gym. Whoa. We go to the gym, do our thing. I'm like, and I text her to catch her. I was like, so you going with your girls? She was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we're bowling.
So why did you? No. I said. So why did you go another direction when the girls that you hang out?
Okay, sorry about that. It stopped.
Anyway, that's where she tells me, oh, you know, I got blah blah blah, something else to do. So I'm like, okay. So the whole day goes by, and Opie was like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. So he was like, let's go bowl, whatever. We find her at the bowling alley and with Bambi and his crew.
But the thing is, I told him I was going bowling, okay?
Opie already wanted to go bowling.
But he shows up, and I'm like, and you walk over, like, to where we're at.
Anyway.
And you sat down and you said, oh, so this is what you're doing? Like,
yeah, so this is what we do now?
So I was like, yo, this man is, I was like, yo, he's acting like I'm his girl already. Like, he needs to.
Nah, keep it a stack with me, yeah? Keep it a stack, and I'll keep it a stack with you.
So I was kind of weirded out, because I was like, in my head, I was like, why is he following me? Like, why is he checking up on me? I'm not his girl.
Anyway, she can say whatever she wants.
That's what happened.
So after that, right? During, I think the next day, let's say it was the Monday, my man's Jones come to me and basically was like, her friend Jenkins was basically like, yo, your man's is wildin', he texting this, he texting. I said, Joan, word? Copy. I didn't say a word to her for a whole week. I didn't even look at her direction. I didn't even know who she was.
No, because, okay, so Jones came up to me and asked me, oh, so how you feeling about Rookwood? I was like, oh, I don't think I'll mess with him, because he's like already acting like I'm his girl and shit.
Anyway,
demanding shit.
Anyway, I demand shit. Anyway, so my thing is, if you lie on my name, that's a rap, right? So you know, Jones was like, yeah, all right, that's dead. I was like, yeah, that's dead. So me and Opie, that's my best guy. Still is to this day. So we're in, you know, we're training and we're always inseparable. Like literally, I've met this guy, like when I first walked into the multimedia room is where everybody was. He was 2 rows ahead of me because his name was an O and mine's an R. And then we end up being inseparable after we couldn't even tell you. But we're laughing a lot. And I start to realize in my head, because I'm thinking always ahead, that every time I turn my head, I'm laughing, and it's always in her direction. So I'm thinking, all right, I don't want no type of nothing to pop off.
I didn't even notice, or I could care.
She didn't notice, but also there are a lot of females in the military that they'll use an occurrence of what they know nothing about to get somebody hemmed up and fucked over. So I text her after the full week finishes, hey, there's no hostility between us. You know, I've noticed that I feel like certain events would make it seem like I'm laughing towards you or shit like that. Like, we're good. Like, there's no hostility between us.
I was just like, oh, okay.
No, liar. She hits me up and says something like, oh, I really didn't want to lose you as a friend, or didn't want to... You gonna lie? Don't lie. Basically,
yeah, we had a whole ass conversation before that.
Yeah. Stuff altered, and basically she's like, oh, you know, I never really wanted to lose you. You're a cool person. So then I find out the juicy bits. She been feeling your boy hard for a while.
Oh my god, this man was telling me, oh, you're gonna be my brag wife.
No, that's whoa. Why do you always jump the story, babe? What's good with you? So
that was the first time you texted me. You were telling me that was gonna be your brag wife.
No, that was not that. And that's when I found out you were going to brag. When I got your number, you weren't going to brag. You were still going to Alaska. Anyway, I got her out of going to Alaska. I told her to go airborne. So. And then she got her contract changed to North Carolina, and then she ate a freaking peanut butter jelly sandwich. But we will make a video on why the military separated us. So,
I can't stand you. Stop.
It's your fault. What you mean? So anyway, yeah, we start talking, and I get to the real root of things and find out she's feeling your boy. And literally, I will kid y'all not. She told me to my ears she wanted me to be a side for Bambi because she made a promise to him. Oh,
Bambi!
Brooklyn, stand up! They don't side to nobody. So, anyways, I tell her, I was like, okay.
He was like, okay. And I was like, oh, he's really
okay.
cool with it.
So I let her know, if I like a girl, and I've never been serious about like any other girl, like when I was talking to her, right? Because like you'll use words like, oh yeah, when I like you, I go for you, but it was a different type of feeling.
It was like aggressive.
So in my head, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm the side person. So I told her verbatim, I will win, motherfucker. It was getting juicy. Right, camera's getting hot, so we gotta speed up. So verbatim, I told her, I will win. Period. There's nobody's gonna come second. I'm gonna come second to no one. So
like that was his exact words. Like, I will win. I'm not gonna like. I was like, okay. Like I was like, all right. I'm going to brag, so I'll probably see him more than I'll see.
She was down your boy crazy. So after that, you know, at that point I had solidified. I mean, at that point it was known. Like, you know, me and Lewis. Even though we weren't dating each other, but it was like me and Lewis, and
that's when Bambi got super in his feelings.
Bambi got butthurt. He literally turned my room into Oprah because he had my roommate and his Jamaican brother with their Jamaican sister on FaceTime, basically telling him, how you gonna let another man steal yours or whatever. And I'm sitting there recording it to her. Sending it to her like this boy's in my room crying.
Friend talking.
So I was nobody's friend. We, you know, that goes on, and then literally, I think this was a couple days before we even leave AIT. So, you know, of course we feeling each other crazy, and then we find out, and like I will explain in another video, that her post gets changed to Fort Drum, New York, and I'm still going to, you know, North Carolina. So that was a huge bummer, like huge. She called me crying on FaceTime. And, you know, we're at the airport, and, you know, it was like a super long drive to St. Louis, and then...
That's where we had our first kiss.
Well, that would be another video. And, you know, yeah, we get to the airport and all of that, and then I was like, yo, I'm feeling her. Wow, crazy. So I asked her to be my girlfriend.
When he's on the plane.
When I'm on the plane, because I was like, because at that point I was like, I'm making it my mission to like not lose contact with her at all. So she says yes, of course, because she was feeling your boy wild physical from the jump. And then about 2 weeks in, I asked her to marry me in the most unconventional way ever. But, you know, she still loved me.
And now we've been married for
a year and a couple months.
No, November, December. Oh, yeah, a couple months.
Yeah, year and a couple months we've been married now, and with a baby girl on the way next month. So, y'all tell me who was feeling your boy. Please tell me.
At the end I was feeling.
Please tell me who won. Because it's this guy. Mama didn't raise no loser, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean, we all somebody's sperm, so we all winners. So at the end of the day, I had to step on earth and win. So that's our story. That's how we met each other. It is very confusing. It's very bounce around, but it's very to the point if you listen to my side.
Oh my god. But yeah, so I put in my little sides on, like, while he was telling the story. If I told the story, he would be mad and delete the whole thing because...
First of all, there is no other story to tell.
Anyways, but, you know.
Why'd I get mad?
You won. I guess you won. Jesus Christ.
Trust me, it's a lot more heftier than that.
Like, if y'all witnessed it.
It's heftier than that. It holds weight. Like, what I'm saying, half of it is some real actual, like, serious stuff that I was up till 2 in the morning talking to her with. So.
We would fall asleep on FaceTime with each other all the time.
Yeah, she thought it was weird because she never did that before.
Never did that.
Anyway, that's our story. There it is for you guys right there. There was a lot of bumps in the way with the camera, but we'll smooth that out for y'all.
And my hair looks crazy.
And, yeah, so please give us more video topics that you want to know about. If you want to know, chapter 2s to certain videos, let us know. You know, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know. And in a month, baby vlogs. So...
I mean, not just baby vlogs.
No, I'm saying that's another additive, like baby vlogs and stuff like that. But yeah, that was our video, guys. That's how we met, and we're gonna get out of here.
Temperature's getting hot. I gotta go back. Peace out, guys. He's got to go back to work, and we'll talk to you guys later. And check out our other videos too, and make sure to subscribe, please. So let's make this happen. Let's get this movement going. Thumbs up. All right. See you later, guys.